Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. What up, y'all? What up? What up, Dakota, Naira, Avery? What's up, y'all? We here, man. We here. We hanging out for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Well, y'all see what is on the screen, man? Y'all see what time it is? Y'all remember this game? Y'all remember this game, man? Y'all know what this game is? It's been a long time, man. Like, what, almost a month. Something like that. No, more like maybe, what, 2, 3 weeks? Yeah. So, hey, man. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm excited for this. You know, it's our return to this game right here. It might be exactly the last time we play it. It really might be. It really actually might be. But anyway, hit that like button to win if you haven't already. All right, hit that button for me. And subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. All right? Y'all ready to get into it, man? Y'all ready to get into the game? I'm ready. I don't know about y'all. I'm ready. I am ready, man. So here we go. Once again, possibly for the final, for real, final time with, good old Assassin's Creed Shadows, man. Day 26. Let's get back into the game. Y'all getting dizzy yet? Let's jump off. I done damn near forgot the controls in this game.
I meant to do that.
Oh, he meant to do that. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. I don't even see. It's been so long since I played this. I forgot how the hell. Show me the map, man. I ain't trying to see all that. Actually, you know what? You know what we haven't done? Since it's been so long since we last played this. What up, Travis? Since it's been so long since we played this, we might can do. Actually, I know for a fact we can. The weekly challenge stuff. You know? Where's it at? Here we go. Oh, we gotta do a tournament again. Corrupt entities. Okay. Alright, yeah, let's do it. Why not? We can track them. Track them on the map. See where they at. Actually, we'll save the tournament for last. How about that? We'll knock out all 4 of these, though. Doing one by one. We'll knock out all 4 of them, though. So let's freaking go. You finna let Vantress know to come up here? Yeah, hit him up. Hit him up, hit him up. Yeah, I think Dakota was first, to be honest. I think he was first. I think he was. Avery was second, Nair was third, I think. Right? And Bunny said, I'm here in spirit. What's up, Bunny? That's what's up. Appreciate you. Well, I'm just sliding down the hill. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I can't even see shit. I should have got now way. Oh shit. Whoa. Okay, come on. Hold on one sec, y'all. Y'all, let's see something here. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Travis said, "How you feel about the new Doom game?" I've only seen like a little bit of gameplay. I haven't played it yet, but it looks alright. To me, it looks almost exactly the same as Doom Eternal. Just different setting, different weapons, a few more skills and abilities. Looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'm gonna get it anytime soon. I'll probably probably wait till it's on sale, something like that. Oh damn, we're okay. We're okay. Let's catch up with the chat. Yeah. Dakota was first. Yep. Nair said she started crying because she seen a baby talking. You started crying because you saw a baby talk? What about it made you cry? Like happy cry? Bro, can we get up this damn hill? I'm telling you, bro, I should have gotten that way. I'm tripping. Let me just let's get on the horse and just auto path. You know what I mean? Let's see. Travis said Gears of War coming out in the summer. Oh yeah, I heard about that. But which ones they releasing on here? They releasing all the old ones or something? I'm like vaguely interested in those. You know what I mean?
I must remain vigilant. That's suspicious. Master!
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I wasn't a big Gears of War player back in the day, but playing them again. I mean, maybe if they had like a collection that was cheap to get, I might do that. You know, I'm looking at the other games on the horizon right now. Like a lot of good ass games come out this year. A lot of good ones. Man, freaking GTA 6 was gonna be one of them till what, like 2 weeks ago. Come on, man, get this dude up out here. I feel a little rusty playing this, man. Avery says she's mad at me. What you mad about? Bring your ass down here. Oh, I broke the damn ladder. Hey, hold on a sec, y'all. All right, my bad, y'all. Appreciate y'all patience. Let's see. Now I think the babies are cute and adorable. I agree. Especially once I had my kid, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Little kids used to annoy me at first, even my own little nieces and nephews. You know what I mean? I'd hang out with them for a little bit, but like, all right, here, take them back. Especially when they get to crying. But yeah, having a kid does change your perspective on things. You know what I mean? Let's see. Avery said, remember when I said I don't have a unibrow and no mustache, and you was like, it's not too late? Well, guess what? I have one now. Well, I mean, it wasn't because of me. You gotta be mad at your parents for your genetics. But no, look, the good thing about hair is, like I said before, you can shave it off. It's not that big a deal. Ain't that big a deal, man. Now your phone's on 1%. You better charge that mug. You better hook it up. Fair says it's a remake of the first Gears of War. Everything is getting an update. I'm pretty sure later down the line they will release the rest. But if you got Game Pass, yeah, see, that's one reason why I would get an Xbox, because there's hella games that come out even day one available on Game Pass, man. That's crazy to me. Like, why doesn't Sony have something like that? We got PlayStation Plus, but it's not really the same. You know what I mean? And I pay like damn near $200 a year to have the top tier of PlayStation Plus. It's worth it to me, but still, like Game Pass, man. If Sony has something like Game Pass, I would definitely get that, 100%. Because there's games like I said, just came out today, that you can play right away. Wish they had it, but they don't. Maybe Sony will, get their act together. But then again, maybe not, because Xbox is not really a big competition to them no more. Especially right now. You know what I mean? It's not good. Sega needs to make a comeback, right? Sega needs to get back in the console game. Put some competition out there. You said it'll be $40. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad. Let's see. Avery said she would never date a stupid person. I feel that. That's a good mindset to have. Let's see. Okay, Van Trev's making music. That's what's up. Trev says it's going to have crossplay as well. Wait, there's going to be like an online mode? You said, oh, yeah, you and Brandon ran through it back in the day. I remember that. We played through it with Ty a few years back. That's what's up. Hey, see, I'm looking forward to that day with my son, man. Playing games with him, doing all type of stuff. That's going to be cool. Let's see. The Travis said PlayStation has a big ass catalog too. They tripping. Look like they doing services instead. Yeah. Doing a live service. Yeah. I mean, I understand why they're doing it, but it's not a good play. People kind of getting tired of this shit, especially nowadays. It's like, damn, every game is online only. Like, what the hell? That's why, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, pretty much failed. Because the only way you could actually play it is if you. The game is a story game. It's not a multiplayer only game. So the fact that you have to have internet connection to just play a game, even by yourself, is just ridiculous. So they doing that a lot nowadays. A whole bunch of shit. Let's see. Okay, all right, we caught up. Yeah, Nintendo's tripping, bro. But listen, these companies will learn their lesson. Hopefully, soon. Hopefully sooner than later, At least for Nintendo, I don't really care that much. I just don't like how it's going to impact the whole game industry overall, you know what I mean? Like in that video I made, that 20-something minute video I made on my channel, I break down the whole play that they're doing. You know what I mean? They come out the woodwork talking about $80, $90 for their games, knowing damn good and well people ain't finna be paying that. Like, even for the few that do, it's like most people are not with that, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, there was this one dude's channel I went to, and I'll be watching streams. He's got an overall good show. But when that Nintendo situation was happening, he was basically like trying to, it almost felt like he was shilling for them, It was like, bro, you're not on the same page with the rest of us? Like, who wants to pay more for the fucking games? How stupid is that? I don't know anybody that wants to pay more for video games. That's so dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like the developers, of course, they would like to have it. These other companies would like to have it, but overall, the shit is stupid. It's anti-consumer, you know, straight up. Especially now, it's like, dude, the economy is not, you know, it's gonna get better for sure, but right now, dude, like, what the hell? And they did a lot of stuff like right around the time the terrorists took hold, so they kind of like tried to, you know, use it as a scapegoat, try to make it seem like, oh, it's the terrorists. It's like, nah, bitch, y'all just greedy. Y'all just taking advantage of y'all fans. You know what I mean? Straight up. At least that's how I look at it. God dang, hold up. Get this dude, come on. I damn near forgot how to switch weapons. Get your ass up out of here. Alright, so where's the spot that we're trying to go to? Should be, yep, okay, it's right here. Can we climb this? Yasuke, come on, bro. This dude ain't got no hops, man. How are you tall and black and ain't got no hops? That's embarrassing. That's what they think of us. You know what I'm saying? Avery said Ryan heard you wanted to play with him and got excited. I heard him. Yeah, he's sitting right behind me right now. Sitting right next to his dad. He was fussing when I had him sitting in his chair, so I just picked him up and sat him by me. Pretty cool now, too, because he can do a lot of things on his own. Not a whole lot, but, you know, he can sit up on his own, stuff like that now, so that's good. You know. He's going to be, actually, no, today, he turned 8 months old today. Look at that. He turned 8 months old today, y'all. My little boy, my firstborn son, you know? My little guy. My little clone, as I call him. Let's see. Banned from what? What you talking about? Avery's banned. I know you banned from what? Twitch and Discord, something like that? Q&A. What you mean? Do a Q&A on stream? Where the hell is the spot at? Oh, nice. What we get? Oh, helmet, bro. What the hell? A helmet? I mean, it's alright. It's not too bad. I kind of dig it. Yeah, let me see. On the parry. I mean, the stats are a little bit better. Yeah. I'll keep what we got for now. I think we need an outway for this. Oh, shit. Let me see if I can get up here. There we go. Yo, where the hell is this, though? Oh, okay, I'm tripping. I'm just supposed to kill the enemies around the area. I'm straight tripping. Where they at, though? I don't see nobody around here. game is tripping, folks. We just came back for the first time in damn near a month, and it's already acting up. Bro, this is a spot, but ain't getting nobody around here. Yeah, this is crazy. This is straight crazy, bro. Let's see. Hold on one sec, y'all. Let's see. Travis said folks online are talking about how they are going to get Steam Decks instead. Oh, instead of the Nintendo Switch 2? See, that makes sense to me. I don't know how much they cost, but that makes sense. At least the games ain't gonna be that damn expensive. $80 and $90. That's insane. And see, Nintendo can get away with it just because, most of the games that come on their system are all first party. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of like in their own little world over there. You said, brother, talking about bricking your console. Oh, yeah, I did see that. They feel you've been tampering with consoles. Yep. Or an emulator. Yep. I saw they can remotely shut down your console that you just paid damn near $500 for, and you can't do nothing about it. They just turn it off. So it's one thing to ban somebody from using your network, but they bought the system, and it's like you telling them that they can't use the system the way they want to. You know what I'm saying? People are always going to try to find ways to do things that might not be what you intended for the purpose of your product or whatever, right? People are always going to repurpose it, Maybe not everybody, but some will. And the fact that you're saying some of these people, let's say if it's only 5% of the people that own a Nintendo Switch 2, do something, out of the ordinary with it, that's a lot of people. Imagine if 10 million consoles sell, you got 500,000 people that you're going to just get rid of. You know what I mean? That sounds like a lawsuit to me. But then again, once you sign the terms of agreement, you accept them and sign and continue all that bullshit, then basically you're saying, okay, I just signed a contract, and if I violate the contract, they have the right to do X, Y, and Z. So it's kind of a catch-22 if you think about it. It's pretty messed up. Avery can't stream until the 2nd, of July? Probably gotta wait till your birthday, something like that. Let's see. Yeah, he's getting closer to big one. Yeah, in September. It feels like it's a long time away, but then again, these last few 8 months, they went by pretty quick. I remember when he was just like a little tiny bitty baby. He looked like a little bug, you know what I mean? I'd just be holding him like a little bitty bug, man. That's what I'll call him. Looking like a little bug. Now he's sitting here smiling, looking at me, getting into stuff, crawling around, trying to explore. Now I really got to keep my eye on him. And hopefully soon, he'll be walking. That's going to be crazy to see that. Really what I'm excited to see, though, the most, at least, the next milestone is to hear him talk. That's going to be really crazy. Because he's already kind of trying to say words, and he's making certain sounds that sound like words, but I know he doesn't know what he's saying. You know what I mean? He can't distinguish between words right now, but I think he can interpret what I'm saying. If I tell him no, don't do that, or hey, you know what I mean? His attention will definitely be drawn to what I'm talking about. So he can kind of pick up on some of that. He just doesn't know how to communicate that well. Not yet. Let's see. Let's catch up. Oh, and he does this thing too now. When his bottle's empty, he'll throw it. He'll just let's say if I can have him sit in his chair and he's drinking his bottle, When it's empty, he'll just kind of like push it off to the side and he'll hold his arm off to the side of the chair and just drop it on the floor. And he'll do that and then look at me. I'm like, why you do that, man? This kid is hilarious. Let's see. Oh yeah, don't forget to like the video, y'all. Like and subscribe. Some of y'all might just got here, and if you did so, man, like the video. Okay, subscribe to the channel, all that. Appreciate y'all. Low key, listen to Orange Speak makes me tired. Damn, that's messed up. Well, I guess in a way, maybe I have a soothing voice. I don't know. Nair said, no, he just talks too much. It makes me sleepy. It is what it is, man. That's how I am. Everybody that knows me in real life knows I talk a lot. But I don't think I talk too much. There's a difference. There's a difference between somebody who talks a lot and who can actually talk and hold a conversation or, speak about something. Because I'll put it this way. Maybe some people disagree, but I firmly believe that when I talk, I'm not just talking about a bunch of nothing. Purpose, Yeah. At least I try to make it that way. I try not to talk unless I have something to actually say. But then again, streaming is different. Like, something people got to understand, when you're streaming, you can't have a bunch of like empty, dead space of no talking. You know what I mean? Because at that point, you're almost the same as a no commentary channel. Like for me, if I'm watching somebody stream, usually, the game is not really the thing that holds my attention. I'll usually be watching a streamer to see like their reactions to the game they're playing, or like how they're interacting with it, stuff they have to say about it. Because I can watch gameplay anywhere. You know what I mean? Some videos are actually better put together because they're showing certain things about a game that might make you want to buy it or not buy it. But yeah, I think that makes a difference. I think that's why people watch game streams. When people talking and whatnot, especially the ones that be in the camera. You know what I mean? Because it gives something to look at, somebody to interact with, and to hear somebody's opinion on what they're doing. That's my take on it. Travis said, watching your kid progress is a trip. Yeah, it is, man. It's just like having a Pokemon, but it's your kid. Yeah. Like watching them level up and evolve. Like each stage, like they go from like the baby Pokemon or like the egg. Then they come out to be the little, what they call that? Is there like baby Pokemon? Is that what they call them? But yeah, he said, I feel you, man. Time's been flying. Yeah. This year has already been going by fast. Like we're about to be halfway through 2025, y'all. Can you believe that? So in a way, when you think about GTA, because that's been on my mind a lot lately. A year from now might seem like a long time, but watch, it's gonna be here before you know it. Next summer, almost exactly a whole year from now, we all gonna be playing that shit and being blown away. Travis said, "I'm done, father." What you saying? You saying you're not gonna have no more kids? Is that what you're saying? But no, it is a trip though. So like, baby Pokemon, and then like the first stage evolution will be maybe when they're like a kid, walking around, talking and doing stuff, and then once they become like a teenager, that's like the second stage, and then once they reach adulthood, then it'll be like their final evolution, their final stage, final form. That's how I look at it. He's sitting on here saying "baba," but he don't know what he's saying. He said, "What you saying? What you saying, boy? What you saying?" Let's see. Avery said, "All right, I see my balls empty. I can wait. Throws across the room." Yeah, he does that for real. He said, "Bro, you got that Dan Halen voice?" Oh yeah, from Squidbillies. I remember that. That was a good show. It was a weird show, but it was a good one. Definitely interesting for the time. I think that show and a lot of them other Adult Swim shows were ahead of their time. Like a lot of people that are into that kind of stuff now. They don't have them kind of shows necessarily. Like a lot of shows nowadays are kind of just scattered, like scatterbrain ass shows. You know what I mean? Some people call them like brain rot. They got a lot of weird ass brain rot shows now. But I think back in the day they were just quirky and different and weird. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe some of these kids that are, teenagers or adults now grew up on some of that. Avery said, my big brother is in JRTC, and you mean ROTC? And they won't let him go to this camp. ROTC, right? Is that what you're talking about? That's pretty good to be in that. Because he's ADHD and takes medication. Well, I mean, there are rules. You know what I mean? You said, how dare he have a medical condition that runs in the family? I mean, look, he can't help it, but they can't help it either. You know what I'm saying? Like, in all seriousness, like if you think about it, I don't know if they still do this, but at a certain point in time, if you have flat feet, you couldn't be in the military. Even if you wanted to be, it's just like you wouldn't qualify. It's just that simple. Some things you just are not able to do. You know what I mean? Even if you want to. But there's always options. It's not like there's only one thing you can ever do in life. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Okay, Naira, have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good night. Charles said, plus game journalist ain't no help. I was referring to your son. Drop his ball. Oh, yeah. He's like, I'm done. I'm done, father. Yep. And he does it and it looks right at me. You know what I'm saying? He'll do it and immediately look at me like he knows I'm going to say something. Uh-huh. Yeah. And he does this funny thing too now in the mornings. He's been doing this for maybe like a month or so now. But in the mornings, I usually wake up pretty easily. And I usually wake up before Maris does. But like, he'll sit there and slap us in the face. He doesn't really do that much to me. But like his mom, he'll be sitting there like laying right next to her. And if she's still sleeping, he's wide awake. He'll be like sitting up in bed. And he'll just like start slapping her in the face, pulling her hair. I'm like, damn, son. Yeah, he's definitely trying to wake her up. I'm like, come on, man, it's time to start the day. Let's get on up. Let's get on up. Let's see. Avery said, you're for real saying your kid's a Pokemon? Hey, it's something like that. I mean, y'all get what we're saying. It's a euphemism, an analogy in a way. Let's see. Yep, Ty is 15, yep. Let's see. Yeah, I bet that time went by fast too, didn't it, Travis? Feels like '09 was just yesterday almost. Honestly, too, when you think about it, some of y'all are probably too young. But like for sure, with me and Travis, man, and probably some other people in the chat that are around our age or maybe even a little bit younger, whether you're older or whatever. If you was around in '09 and you wasn't like a little bitty ass kid, dude, '09 felt like a different world. You know what I'm saying? Not just because of how long ago it was, but just think about what's going on now. Like technology we have now, smartphones didn't even exist back then. The internet wasn't nowhere near was, back then. All this social media wasn't a thing back then. You know what I mean? So like '09 doesn't feel that long ago, like 15 years, 16 years doesn't feel like it, was literally that long, but it definitely feels like a different world. You know what I mean? Even think back to like when we were kids, Travis, back in the '90s and early 2000s, like different planet, bro. Totally different fucking planet. Straight up. We're living in a brand new world. Like we're in the future, y'all. We are actually in the future. The fact we can do this now, like in 2009, this wasn't possible. What we're doing here right now on a stream, hanging out together in a chat, playing a game, y'all can hear my voice and all that. That wasn't possible back in '09. You know what I mean? Being here on YouTube like this, yeah, that was not a thing back then. Not at all. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, you'd be slapping his mom in the face. He said, yes, sir, so long ago. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It really is. All right, we got to find these last few people, man, so we can hurry up and get this done, because I'm not leaving here without it. And defeat the whole purpose of even coming this way. Question is, like, where the hell are they at? And see, this is why, you know what, I'm going to switch out for now, like, because Yasuke can't see through walls like that. He can see objects, but not enemies, which is stupid. Like, why give Naoe the only ability like that? Yasuke can't do none of that shit. It's ridiculous. Alright, so hop on down. Don't break your legs. Can we swap right here? Will they let me do it? There we go. There we go. There we go. Yo, your brother was almost a Gemini there, Avery. But he's actually a Cancer. Yeah, June 29th, yep. That's almost an entire month after my birthday. Okay, now we can do this. You tell me there's no enemies around here? What the fuck? Here we go, here they go. I was about to say, man. I know this game ain't glitching out like that. We just hopped on this mug. Alright, let's get this last dude. Yes, perfect. It's over. Wait, what? Dude, you saw the progress bar at the top left corner? It went up like a tiny notch. Okay, yeah, so there's gotta be some more people here, man. Maybe those are the last two? Well, let's see. There we go, we got it. See, that wasn't too bad. Took a long ass time, but, you know, other than that, it wasn't that difficult. Okay, so now we can get up out of here, but first let's get the viewpoint. Might as well, just in case we have to come back another time. But let me ask y'all, how do y'all feel about this game, man? Is this a game that y'all miss seeing, or is it a game you're like, I'm glad you beat it, tired of seeing it? You know, I know it's been about a month since we last jumped on here, but still. I know a lot of people that wasn't the biggest fan of this game. I ended up having a totally different opinion about it, though. Like, when I first started playing it, you know, my expectations were incredibly low. You know what I'm saying? Other than how the game looks and the concept, you know, which both to me seem pretty cool. Everything else was kind of like, you know. But it turned out to be not so bad. The story was dumb. Honestly, I didn't really like the story. But I had fun playing it, you know. There we go. There we go, there we go. Trevor said, yeah, a whole different vibe. We've been around for 3 decades. Yeah, it's crazy. That's something I was thinking about too the other day. It's like, man, I'm going to be old one day. Like, oh, shit. You know, sometimes I wish I can go back and be younger just to see what it feels like, you know? Because you see kids, man, just flipping over shit and jumping around with no issues, you know what I mean? Some days waking up, your back be hurting. It's like, oh, man, I didn't have these kind of issues back in the day. But a lot of it, I kind of understand where it came from. Just me being reckless in the gym and not really, you know, stretching and stuff like that. Not taking care of myself the way I should. But, like, you know, it's real easy to kind of, like, get caught up in life. And all the extra little stuff, man, you just kind of forget about it. You know what I mean? Because think about, like, in gym. Some of y'all probably do this now. But back in gym when we was in school, they would make us stretch every single time. You know, it kept us real active. And when you graduate high school, for sure, you know, unless you're keeping up with that kind of stuff after you graduate, man, a lot of stuff just becomes secondary to your life, you know? Forget to do those routines, stuff like that. Let's see, hold on. My little boy teeth bother him, his gums bother him, his teeth growing in, so he's been a little fussy. Yeah. Now I see why he likes to chew on stuff so much. I didn't understand that for real at first, but after doing research and kind of just observing him, I'm like, yeah, I could tell. He either whines when he's like hungry, when he's tired or when he's bored or like yeah, when his gums are bothering. You know what I mean? So I can kind of tell the difference now. A lot of stuff, man, is kind of difficult to pick up on at first, especially when they're like way young, like newborn young. But as time goes on, you kind of become accustomed to it. You kind of pick up on different cues and whatnot. Your mom's been around for 3.5 decades? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, let's see. Your mom or your brother and dad got into an argument? You got your popcorn ready? Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen. When you have a boy, you know what I'm saying, a son that's around that teenage age, there's going to be some rebellious nature to him. You know what I mean? And I honestly believe that a lot of it is they're testing, like, what they can get away with their dad, you know? Like, what will their dad allow them to do and not do, you know? I think that's the thing. Every boy challenges their dad at some point in life. You know what I'm saying? I think that's normal. What's wrong, little buddy? As soon as I drew attention to him, he's like, hold on a second, yo. Now, let's see. Trev says, cool, it's no different from other games. They really need to go back to the OG storyline. Yeah, I agree. Like, the game was cool. I liked some of the gameplay, some of the mechanics and whatnot. I like the combat, you know, shit like that. But, you know, I have a whole lot to compare it to as far as, like, recent Assassin's Creed games. I never played Odyssey, never played, what's it called? Valhalla, Origins. Really don't know much about it other than, like, the first little bit that I played, you know. I actually don't even remember what the hell, what was going on in the game or nothing like that. You know, but the last Assassin's Creed game I actually played and beat was Assassin's Creed 3. Now, I got real close to beating Unity, you know, like I think I got about 80% through the game before I stopped playing it. But that was like, shit, back in 2014, you know, long ass time ago. I might have played some in 2015, but yeah, long time. Long time. But no, I agree. They need to go back to the OG storyline, bring back Desmond or somebody like him, man. Do something like that. Appreciate that, Avery. She said like and subscribe, little bros. Yeah, I'm right. Appreciate that. Let's see. Trevor said I can say the same with gym injuries. Yeah. Yeah, just, you know, I think the first time I ever sustained any major injury from, you know, going to the gym was like, I think around when I was 26. Yep. Yeah, right around the age of 26. I was hitting deadlifts in the gym. I was with hanging out with Simon and his friend. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, these two, they've been doing a lot longer than I have as far as that particular workout. I think we were doing deadlifts. And that was my first time ever doing that. And me, I'm very competitive. You know, believe it or not, I'm actually a very competitive person. I don't make it seem that way. Like, when I'm doing it, I'm not like, oh, I'm going to show you and I'm going to beat you and all that stuff. But I just, when I see people do things right, I just take it as a challenge. Like, okay, I'm gonna see if I can do that too. And my dumb ass sat there and tried to lift the same weight they was lifting with no training, no type of practice with it or nothing like that, and just fucked up my back, man. Snatched it up, and I didn't know what was going on until later down the road and started kind of noticing problems. I'm like, oh yeah, there's something wrong here. Cause you feel the initial pain right away, but you don't think nothing of it until one day you're like, oh shit, I really done did something here. But it is what it is. If I can go back and change it, of course I would, but can't do nothing about it now. That's why I'm kind of hoping that down the road they have like some type of technology, like something better than stem cells, something that like just repairs you internally. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to get no damn fake back or nothing like that. Not a back replacement. That's not what they call it. It's like when they fuse your vertebrae, shit like that. Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm not interested. I really don't want to alter my body in any kind of way other than like maybe taking something that would help my body heal itself. They actually have some things out there like that, like BPC 157. And do not take any of this stuff, folks. Right? I'm not advocating to be taking none of this shit. Just do your research if you're curious about it. But BPC 157 is a peptide. Then you got TB 500, and when you put them together, it's like they call it the Wolverine stack. It actually does heal you like really rapidly. You know what I mean? But those are two things. I've never used TB 500, but I have used BPC 157. That shit is crazy, bro. Like honestly, I'm not talking about it in a way to make you guys interested in taking it. But whenever I took it, let's say if you have like a cut, right? It like especially if you take the oral form of it, like a lot of people they inject it. I don't like needles. I hate them. Yeah, like I'm not afraid of them, but like I get like a weird feeling. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I am a little bit. I just yeah, I'm not fond of needles at all whatsoever. You know what I mean? That's why like when I thought about maybe when I get old one day I might have to go on TRT or some shit. I'm like, no, let me just take care of myself now. That way my testosterone and hormone levels just stay good for the rest of my life. Because I can't like wrap my head around fucking injecting myself with nothing. I really can't. But no, like some people they do that with the TB 500, BPC 157. But I've taken the oral form of BPC 157, and I'm telling you, bro, that shit is crazy. Like I've gone to the gym, and like let's say just tore my body down. The next day it felt like I didn't go. It's really crazy. It's actually crazy. Let's see. No need to flex, but I've never been hurt at the gym. Oh, well, that's good. Let's hope it stays that way, Just be careful. And this goes out to everybody, no matter what your age. When you lift weights, go easy, go real slow. Don't go for no heavy-ass weight. Because for me, I never was an ego lifter, right? You have people who are in the gym trying to lift heavy-ass weights to show off. I'm trying to impress myself. So, I'm not like saying, oh, let me lift this weight because some girls walking by or like, let me show up one of the homies, one of the bros. But like, if anything, I just want to see, like, can I do it? Sometimes I go to the extreme and be lifting weight I shouldn't be lifting. You know what I mean? Luckily, I haven't like sustained no major injuries. Like I haven't had to get no type of surgeries or no shoulder replacement, nothing like that. But yeah, I've injured myself for sure. Pulled muscles. Like I'll never forget. One day, I forgot what they call these bars. Like the ones you'll do bicep curls with. Some of y'all probably know what I'm talking about. But it's got like a curved handle. You know what I mean? So instead of it being a straight bar all the way across, it's got two weights on each end, right? Like most of them do. And then it has a curved handle to where you could like grip it, to do bicep curls. Man, one day I just picked up a heavy ass weight and I didn't warm up or nothing. And the gym is cold typically. So I wasn't warmed up or nothing like that. And I just went for the heavy ass weight because I was in a good mood. I had energy. So let me pick up this heavy ass weight. And I snatched it up. And dude, it felt like the I forgot what this muscle is called, but the muscle that's like right below your shoulder blade. You know what I'm talking about? Like right there, right where your shoulder blade connects. Dude, I swear that mug tore. I felt that shit. Oh man. And it hurt in a way where it was hard to breathe. I'll just put it that way. Like every time I took a deep breath, I felt a sharp pain right in my back. I was like, yeah, fuck. And every now and then, to be honest with you, if I overstrain, doing something like that, I will feel the exact same pain. So, yep, I did some damage, but I take it easy nowadays. I definitely take it easy. Let's see. Single player game. What you talking about? Travis says single player game. He's talking about this. Every time I've been sore next day though. Oh yeah, that's normal. That's the lactic acid built up. Plus, you gotta consider the fact that when you're working out in the gym, the whole thing you're doing, you're not building muscle in the gym. You're building muscle when you eat the food that you need to eat and when you sleep and recover and rest, right? In the gym, what you're actually doing, because there's a big misconception, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm in the gym building muscle. You're actually tearing down your muscle. When you go work out in the gym and lift weights, you're literally tearing apart your muscles. You know, so all the little muscle fibers that you see on the anatomy figures and whatnot, like literally them fibers are getting just broken apart. You know what I mean? They're snapping. Like imagine just cords and wires snapping. That's your muscles. You know what I mean? Now they can swell up when you're working out. Sometimes they get the pump, but when you're like actually working out in an effective way, um, you're gonna tear the muscle fibers. And when they grow back, if you did things right, they'll grow back bigger, stronger, and you'll have more of them because your body's trying to adapt. Your body's like, oh shit, what happened here? There's damage. Your body goes there, repairs it. You know what I mean? Nutrition goes to your muscles, fixes them up, and makes them bigger and stronger and better. That way they can resist that type of strain and wear and tear on them. That's exactly how we build muscle, folks. It's a little bit more in depth than that, but I'm not going to go ahead and break down the whole science. You know what I mean? That we'd be here for a while. Anyway, Travis says single player games need to have really good writing. Exactly. Because if we're playing a game that's not online and is story based, it has to have a good story. Like I'm okay with a mediocre story, but not like a confused, lackluster, kind of half-assed, lazy story. I'm not a fan of that. Straight up. So I feel with the kid, yeah. Avery said, my brother hates my dad. In his words, fuck him. I like dad more. Oh, his own dad, I see. Trevor said, Ty did it to me recently with working out, man. His chin-ups game is crazy, and pull-ups, I can't do them right now. Too big. Well, you'll get there one day. You know what I mean? That's the biggest difference, too. Like, when you have extra weight on you, it's going to be obviously harder to lift yourself up. You know what I mean? It definitely will be. Speaking of losing weight and whatnot, have y'all heard about this new trend called the snake diet or the sugar diet? Y'all heard about that? I'm just now getting into that, man. I'm actually gonna try it out because I've done keto, I've done carnivore, I've never done vegan because a lot of the stuff that vegans eat I can't eat. You know what I mean? Just physically can't eat it. Allergic to a lot of that shit, so I can't effectively do a vegan diet and like really get the most out of it. But I'm willing to try anything and just see what it does. I definitely am. Now within reason, I'll experiment with myself, but within reason, I'm not gonna just do crazy shit just for the sake of doing it. But change up what you eat. That seems pretty harmless to me. I'm definitely curious about it to see. Trevor said, so I'm hitting the weights again and working my way down. There you go. So I remember watching you play it. What was it? What was I playing? My bad, y'all. I gotta catch up with the chat. Fill me in on the context, though. We got Xanthus in the chat. I see you down there, bro. What up, man? He said there's nothing wrong with a little friendly competition. Exactly, yep. Exactly. Hold on. Avery said, I love making my mom feel old. She's been like, when I was your age, I immediately say it, so like 20 years ago. Well, I think with age, it comes, a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience. It's just natural. You know what I mean? Natural way of life. Hold on one sec, y'all. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Appreciate your patience. Let's see. Trevor said nanotech once they perfected. Yeah, see, I'm a little iffy about that. To be honest, man, like nanotech, they already kind of got shit like that out now. And some of y'all probably don't know about, but they have like stuff going on with our food, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna talk about a whole lot here because they can get kind of controversial. But there's let's just put it this way: there's things in our food that didn't used to be there. You know what I mean? They're doing shit with our food that they haven't even done, even just within the last 5, 10 years. Like stuff they just started doing recently. You know, so just look it up. Look up nanotech and food. You know what I mean? See stuff about that. It's kind of strange to me, man. Little worried about that. I actually don't appreciate that. Like, give us the option, or at least label the shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this is not just GMO, but this is nanotech food. They're trying to put like medicine in food now. You know what I mean? I'll just leave it there. You know, they're doing some weird shit nowadays. Let's see. Avery said I go by Avery instead of my battle name, and some people just go up to me and be like Tegan and walk away like, okay, how the fuck am I going to respond to that? I don't know. Some people are weird, especially in your generation. A lot of strange kids out there. Let's see. Zan says, yo, dude, I totally missed it. You got your YouTube portion? Yeah, hell yeah, yep. Yeah, that was like, that was almost a month ago now. Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks, something like that. Right around April 22nd, I think. Long time coming, man. Long grind, long road. Still more to go, you know. Avery said, no, that's stupid. Lab machine. Oh, what's it called? Well, see, lab machines never gave me a problem. But with that injury, once that happened, it became more difficult. You know what I mean? Because lab machines, you know, I wouldn't even be able to pull the weight heavier than what I can actually pull. But other than them free weights, man, that's an easy way to injure yourself. At least for me. The free weights for sure. Because you got to have like a lot of stabilizer muscles. You know what I mean? Machines are convenient. That's why I always tell people when it comes to training, you know, you want to do a mix of both, right? You want to see what you can do on the heavy machines, but then when it comes to like building out a well-rounded physique, not just the way it looks, but the way you can perform, your ability, your physical ability, you got to do free weights, you know, because there's muscles that don't get trained when you use machines all the time. Let's see. Xantha said, I'm super excited for GTA 4. I heard about that. The remaster. It's kind of like Oblivion, right? Like how that was under the radar. They're trying to keep it a secret. I recently heard about that too, that they're making a GTA 4 remaster. I wonder how that's going to look. If it's anything like, I mean, I doubt it will be, but if it's anything close to how Oblivion was from 2006 up till now, how they came out with it recently, that would be mind-blowing. But then again, when we see how they did Vice City and 3 and San Andreas, I don't know. Let's hope they got the right company working on it this time. Every can do push-ups, and sad, that is sad. Travis 325. Oh, I can help you get that down, man. You know what I mean? Biggest thing I tell people right off the bat, as soon as you get done eating, Travis, go for a 10-minute walk. You know what I mean? Like if you can, you know, but just be as active as possible. Like get your steps in, do some cardio if you can. You know what I mean? Maybe get a bike or something like that, or just find a way to get to like a track and go a few times a week if possible. You know, because the biggest thing with like being overweight, and I've definitely been there before. Your metabolism is screwed up. You know what I mean? That's the biggest way to get overweight. Because like when you eat food, especially if you eat food and get tired. Even me recently, I haven't been working out as much as I used to. And I know it's like, okay, I got to get back on my game because I'll eat certain foods and get tired. I'm like, yo, that's not good. That's not normal. You know, you're not supposed to eat food and get tired. Now, if you eat a lot of food, yeah, you probably will get tired. But if you eat just like a normal meal and get like sleepy or like fatigued or a little bit lethargic, you get the itis, as I call it, then yeah, that's not a good thing. Not at all. Because like think about it like this, especially if you eat carbs, you see how kids can eat carbs and they just bounce off the walls and shit. And then as adults, you know, like it's not everybody, but like typically as you get older, your metabolism slows down for various reasons. Definitely when it comes to like lifestyle choices. But like if you notice you eat carbs, like maybe even a heavy carb meal, you'll be ready to go to bed, man. And that's it's not good. If it's at the end of the day, that's different. But if it's like the afternoon and you get tired, you eat lunch and get tired after that, that's definitely not a good sign. Let's see. Oh, y'all haven't heard about the nano food shit? The nanotech with the food? Yeah, look it up, man. Do your research. Check it out. It's really weird shit. It really is. How tall are you? You asking Travis or you asking me? He said, don't look it though. Yeah, no, I bet. I bet. I remember the last time I saw you, you was like kind of big, but you didn't look like as much as you said you were. I was shocked when you told me. For real. Uh, let's see. Avery said, I thought you was like 5'8" and 325. No, he's around my height. Yeah. Sats Creed with the British folks. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think that was Syndicate. I think that one was Syndicate. But Unity is the one. I mean, they had people with British accents in there, but it was like, I think you're in Paris, like in France in that game. You know? Avery says she's very nosy, and will ask. Yeah, that's all right. Because look, how you going to learn if you don't ask questions, right? Xantha says Avery is his niece's name. That's what's up. Let's see. 3D printed steaks. Yeah, I'm not with that. I would never be eating no shit like that. Straight up. I'd much rather have the real thing. Because at that point, it's kind of like, well, what are we eating really? What is this? You know? 3D printed steak? Like, what is that shit? You know? I forgot exactly what the hell that goes into it. I saw videos about it. You know, they're definitely pushing that, developing that. And they're trying to claim, like, yo, we need to go that route because of, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, let's be honest here. There's already, like, not that many people on Earth as far as, like, the population is not growing. You know, we're kind of shrinking in size. And if you think about, you know, animals are going to keep repopulating, right? And some people have this whole the morality thing about, like, not eating animals and all that. That's cool. They can have that, right? I like steak. I don't know about the rest of folks out there, but I like to eat steak. I like to eat chicken. You know what I'm saying? I like shit like that. So I'm not going to stop eating it just cause. But I think they're pushing that route to try to make it seem like we have to be that way. Like even eating bugs. Did y'all see shit about that? They pushing this narrative and idea of eating fucking bugs. Like what? I'm not finna live off no damn grasshoppers and shit like that. Y'all got me messed up. The fuck? It's like, what the hell? Matter of fact, I talked about this not too long ago, but there's a video here on YouTube. I can't really find it now, but it's out there. I know it is because I'm sure people have downloaded it and re-uploaded it just because of how crazy this video is. It's like a little animated video about 10 or 11 minutes long, something like that, talking about the future. And this is like an actual real video that's serious. You know, they portray the video in like kind of a lighthearted, you know, like upbeat kind of way, like, you know, everything's all right and this is normal and yeah, it's just not a big deal. But in the video, basically it's talking about like down the road in the future, only people that will own cars are like the super rich elite people, right? You can't leave your house unless you let the you know, the authorities know, the officials, the government. Everyone has to ride on bikes and shit if you're just like an average citizen. You only get to eat meat like maybe once a year. You know, like in the video they joke about like, oh, we're not eating meat today. It's not our birthday. It's like, what the fuck? I heard that shit. I'm like, what is this bullshit here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of control system they trying to set up? Like, what the fuck? But no, it's legitimate. Like, this came from the WEF. But I don't want to talk too much about that right now because, it'll draw the wrong type of attention. You know what I mean? But yeah, look it up, man. Look it up. You know, it's a shame I got talking code on fucking YouTube, but it is what it is. But yeah, look it up, man. It's called, damn, what's the name of this video? Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find it for y'all. Cause I definitely want you guys to fucking watch this shit. It's so weird. It's such a weird ass video. Man, it's weird as shit. Let me find this. Let's find this right quick. If I can. For whatever reason, video keeps getting taken down. Hold on one sec, yo. Okay, so I can't find the actual video. Now I don't want to spend too much time trying to look for it, but here's a video that's kind of like a parody of it, or like the video I just put in the chat is basically like showcasing it more of in a stark way. You know what I mean? Like in a way that actually really would be, rather than how they would try to portray it to be. So the video I put in the chat is more like a person made this video to kind of showcase the agenda. You know what I'm saying? And this is real, folks. Like y'all can think whatever you want about it, but if you do your research and look into this stuff is legit. Like it's not being talked about a whole lot publicly because it's not something they want everybody just to be super aware of. But they definitely put the information out there. So check it out. Check it out in your own time. Let's see. Avery says she can eat a lot, but she chooses not to eat that much. But I most certainly can. And my dad's like, I bet $50 you can eat. Oh, can't eat all that. I got $50. I guess it's good, right? What, you trying to be a competitive eater or something? He said, I'm gonna buy my boyfriend, a couple of bracelets. Oh, that's nice. What you saying, your dad or your brother or something? He said, you're 114 for 5'3" or something. I feel like that's fat, but I don't know. 5'3" and 114? Not really. I mean, maybe around 100 is ideal, but 114 is not bad. Now, if you were like 130 at 5'3", yeah, that's overweight. You know what I'm saying? That was for sure would be. Like I think to get an idea, like to be 5'5", between 5'5" and 5'7", right around maybe 5'6". You know what I'm saying? Not too skinny, but not big. I think at 5'7" you can get up to like 140. Yeah, without being overweight. But yeah, if you're like 5 foot tall, you should be like 90 pounds, maybe 80, straight up. But yeah, 5'3", I think about 100. Let's see. You say you have fast metabolism. Whenever I eat, I go to the bathroom 10 minutes after. Well, damn, that sounds fast. Yeah, but I don't think that's normal necessarily because your body's gonna take a while to digest food. You know what I mean? But then again, there are some people who like not to go too far into detail. There are people who like when they eat the meals that they had prior, maybe even the day before, will like pass through. You know what I mean? That's I guess it's a good sign when your digestion's moving. As long as you go into the bathroom at least once a day, that's decent. A lot of people say you don't have to, right? Which you're not unhealthy if you go like once every 2 days or something like that. But if you're going every day, I think that's decent. Some people go more than once a day. Yep, that's insulin resistant. Absolutely. When you get tired after eating food. Yep. Which is basically borderline diabetic. Unless it's all the way diabetic. Someone's cooking steak in a microwave. I'm not surprised. Roach milk and roach protein. Yep. Fucking mealworms, caterpillars. They trying to get people to eat grasshoppers. This weird shit, bro. I ain't finna be one of those people. Hell no. Let's see though. Sorry, I just need to talk. My aunt Oh, take my vitamins. That's what they're trying, though. Trying to say you're still young, so your metabolism is fast, plus you're petite. Exactly, yep. Yeah, and, like, appreciate it for now. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say this too: as long as you take care of yourself, Avery, and anybody who's in the chat, if you're skinny now, right, and you have like decent health, like there's nothing wrong with you. You don't get tired out of nowhere. You have good energy levels, so you can think clearly, right? You don't have no major brain fog, nothing like that. Then you can maintain that for the rest of your life. But you have to be smart. You can't just be eating whatever you want to. Putting different kind of crap into your body, like that will take a toll on you. Throw shit out of whack too. So as long as you eat just normal plain food, right? Not plain as far as how it tastes, but like meaning normal plain food, like nothing that's processed, nothing that's like fried. Just cook regular food. You know what I mean? Have some seasoned chicken, some baked seasoned chicken, some vegetables on the side, maybe some rice or some potatoes, something like that. Have some fruit. And what sucks too is fruit is not really what it used to be, especially in America. If you look at other countries, there's fruit like bananas. I forgot which country, but you can find bananas in different parts of the planet that have seeds in it, and they're smaller. You know what I mean? But our bananas here are like extra fucking big. The seeds in them are dead. You know what I mean? They pick them when they're green, and they somehow, still ripen up to be edible. Like the best way to eat fruit, right? And it's really difficult to get that here in America, but the best way to eat fruit is let it ripen on the vine and pick it when it's ready to eat. You know what I mean? So for sure one day I plan on moving my family to another country and just maybe living there for a little while just to see what that's like. Because I've heard of plenty of people that leave America, go to other countries for like a vacation, or they just move over there for a little while. And, I've heard people that might eat similar things to what they eat in America, and they've lost weight. Like I've heard examples of a few people, and I say this one because it's the most effective to get the point across. I've heard of people like going to Italy, for example, or just to Europe in general, and they'll eat the bread over there, they'll eat the pasta, they'll eat pizza and all type of shit, and they'll lose weight, and they don't feel bad. Their skin clears up, you know what I mean? They feel better, mood elevates, you know what I mean? They can think clearly, all type of shit. But then they come back to America and eat the pizza and the bread and all that type of shit here, and they damn near get sick. So it definitely tells you something's going on. Shouldn't be that way. All your family's metabolism is fast. Yep, dystopian. It is dystopian. Yep. Avery said I used to weigh 122 at 4'11". Yes, that's too big. That's straight up, that's too big. Just that they need to update the BMI chart. People carry their weight differently. That's true, but see, even if you think about someone who's muscle bound, it is possible to have too much muscle. Now, you can't get that way necessarily through natural means, but if you're like taking a lot of different things, some people take steroids and whatnot, then you can end up putting too much muscle in your body than what your body can actually handle, like what would be healthy to have. But some people might weigh a lot and they just might be really dense. They might have a lot of muscle tone. You know what I mean? But the best way to find out, like if your BMI is like on point, is getting a DEXA scan, and they can be expensive. I've never got one myself, but that is like the best way that I know of. There might be better ways now as time has gone on, but as far as I remember, DEXA scan, it's DXA, DEXA scan, DEXA. Shit, I can't even talk. DEXA. There we go. DEXA scan. Yeah. Or my bad. It's actually they call it it's basically called what's it called? Yeah, I got that right? DXA. But hold on. I don't want to give you all wrong information. I believe it's called what does DEXA stand for again? It's some X-ray for sure, because they're scanning your body. Dual energy X-ray. That's it. Dual energy X-ray. This is called. But yeah, just look into it. Carries your weight in your stomach. What the fuck is brain fog? Just basically like when you don't have clarity. Like you're young, so you probably never experienced this. But if you're like over the age of like 25, you probably had that at least once in your life, where you wake up especially if you drink alcohol, stuff like that. If you don't really take the best care of yourself, don't get good sleep even. You could just not even be a person that messes with nothing, but just when you miss out on sleep, you can have brain fog. Certain foods can cause it. You wake up feeling like kind of groggy, or even at parts of your day you just don't feel focused, don't feel as alert. You might just be like feel mentally tired. Yeah, get confused easier. Your memory ain't on point. You know what I mean? You forget what you was just doing, shit like that. Those are all examples of brain fog. It's really a general term, but there's a bunch of different examples. Maybe say I have really good memory, so based on context clues, I'm assuming the opposite. Well, that's good. Trying to say real food, yes sir. You really gotta look at what you're buying. Exactly. Like I don't. If I eat anything processed, it's once in a while. You know what I mean? Your mom grows some fruit. That's what's up. What kind of fruit your mom grows? You said, "But my mom's fat." Didn't you say your whole family got fast metabolism? How you say your mom fat but her metabolism fast? That those don't. Yeah, there's no. That don't make sense. One can only be true. You know what I'm saying? Only one of those can be true. Your dad's obese, then yeah, both your parents don't have fast metabolism. Then you say she used to, yeah, but I mean that it used to it don't mean shit, to be honest. You know what I mean? Used to, you could be like I used to be rich. You know what I'm saying? But it don't mean nothing now. Unless you're still that way. So it ain't because she old though, Avery. It ain't because she. First of all, she's not old. Second of all, it ain't because of age. You know, there's people that are in their 80s and 90s that are still thin. You know what I mean? So, but maybe, as you learn stuff from me and maybe doing research and stuff like that, you can help your mom. Help her get back to that fast metabolism. But yeah, I remember you saying your brother had, yeah, because he got to eat a lot of food. Which that is like the exact opposite issue. But then again, like a lot of genetics and body types come into play there. It's like ectomorph or something like that. Mesomorph, whatever. Y'all can look into that if you want to. But yeah, different body types, man. Some people I know personally, they got to eat a lot of food just to gain weight. Me, I'm the opposite, Somebody like me, I can gain muscle easily, but I can also gain fat really easily too. If I'm not careful and just eat a bunch of bullshit, I can gain fat really fast. Straight up. Let's see. Trash saying he's obese too. I mean, at that weight, yeah. Unless you're like 7 feet tall. You know what I mean? But the good thing about it, man, no matter who you are or how much you weigh, you can change it. You can start today, as a matter of fact. You know what I mean? Avery said, yeah, and I'm going to call you fat too in the meanest way possible. Well, good thing I'm not fat. I definitely have a little bit of weight I could lose, but I've been bigger than this for sure. I've actually been fat before, as a kid and as an adult. Let's see. Watermelon. Oh, your mom grows watermelon? Yeah, my parents did that before. That's what's up. It takes a long ass time to freaking grow watermelon though, like a long time. Let's see. Yeah, 118 at 6 foot is underweight for sure. Like at 6 foot tall, a good body weight would be like 180. You know what I mean? And if you build muscle, I'd say like if you have adequate muscle in your body at 6 foot tall, you could be around 200 pounds, still be really healthy. So between 180 and 200. With no muscle tone, want to be more close to the 180 mark. With muscle, 200 is acceptable. And if you go a little bit over 200, it's not bad. It's just there's a chance you'll have like a higher body fat percentage. Let's see. Now I can't sleep. Okay, well, welcome back. Hi, Avery the rat. Damn. Yeah, Travis, you got the same build as me, mesomorph. Yep. I forgot which is which, but I think that's right. Mesomorph. Avery said, didn't like my family when young, have fast metabolism whenever young. He eats a lot though. He just not gaining weight, but it's possible. Yeah, he just has to switch up what he's actually eating and how often he's eating too. Know what I'm saying? I just had to hook my phone up. But yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. For people who have a hard time gaining weight and building more food, you have to eat more calorie dense food. You know what I mean? If your brother eats snacks and shit like that, he's got to cut it out. Because snacks will like give you a false sense of being full or being satiated when really there's no fucking nutrition. You know? And at the same time, you also don't want to be the type of person where you have difficulty putting on weight, so you're just going to eat a bunch of nasty junk food that is just like filled with a bunch of, empty calories. Like that'll just fuck up your health. You know? The best thing your brother can do is just eat more protein, right? Eat more carbs, maybe a little bit more fat, but it all comes down to like what are his macros, you know what I mean? That's basically what it is. Hey, if he's in the market for a coach, man, tell him to hit me up. You know, it ain't gonna be free, but I can definitely help him get there. Okay, where we going? I almost forgot what the hell we was doing. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we gotta knock these out. We got 6 days to do it, but we gonna do that shit today. We're not the tournament, not yet. Hemp cloth. Y'all want to go get some hemp cloth? Let's do this then. Let's do this. Let's grab that right quick. Oh, I probably can get this from anywhere though. Damn, bro. You know what? We'll save that for last, actually. Oh yeah, let's knock this out. Damn, this is a part of the map I never even been to. What the hell? I thought I'd been everywhere in this game. That's crazy. Wow, okay. Shit. The closest spot we can get to is here? That's crazy, bro. That's a long ass way away. Alright, well, looks like we got a little journey to do. You say he's 15 and broke? Hey, well, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Maybe y'all parents, if they're like, yo, let's hire him a coach. But I'm sure they don't think he needs it. And honestly, I don't think he needs it either. I wouldn't mind being hired on as a coach, but, just tell him to eat more protein. Eat more protein, more carbs. Because really what my job is just to make it easy for folks. Keep them accountable, create the diet plan, the workout plan. Make it easy for them. That way they don't have to do a whole lot of thinking and put a whole lot of effort into all that. But you still got to do the work. You know what I'm saying? You still got to do the work. How much though? Oh, well, I'll say it. I don't mind. It'd be like 85 a week. You know what I'm saying? 85 a week to hire me on for that. Told you it ain't free. It definitely ain't free. Now, when you think about it, compared to how much you would pay a personal trainer, it's actually a lot cheaper. Because every time you pay a personal trainer, I think at least the average is, I think it's like $100 a session, between 100 to 200, depending on where you're at. So that's like you're paying like damn near $100 an hour. You know what I mean? A session can go on maybe 2 hours max, but like, yeah, you're gonna be paying like $100 usually minimum for like one session. So if a person's going to get personally trained by somebody multiple times a week, and I'm sure they got like bundle deals, stuff like that you can get, but no, the coaching I offer is actually cheap compared to what personal training would be. Like in-person personal training, yeah, that shit's expensive. Hella expensive. That's why online coaching to me is better. You can get more clients that way. Like me personally, I can get more clients instead of having like train them in person, and I can effectively do more with them. Because a personal trainer is not necessarily going to write up a diet plan and a workout plan, all that. They're just going to kind of just be present with you, show you what to do, kind of like yell at you. You know what I mean? Get you to do whatever it is that they need you to do during that session. And then once you go home, it's all on you. Whatever happens after that, they're not going to follow up with you and be like, yo, did you eat that food today? Did you do your workout today? Shit like that. We got nothing to storage, do we? So yeah, there's a big difference there. All right. All right, let's go knock this out, man. We got a long-ass fucking journey. God dang. 2,000 meters. Come on. Yo, hold on one second. I'll be right back.
Tread carefully.
This is where Kyonyo's ambushers plan to meet. I should stay hidden and see if anyone
I
here.
want more sake. Now!
All right, y'all, I'm back, man. Appreciate y'all patience. Let's catch up with the chat right quick. Da, 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 da. Avery said, wait, hold on. Naira's teeth about to come out. Her baby teeth. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Avery said, you missed my ass in the diet plan. They work, but they don't teach. They don't like teach you how to learn what to eat. No, they actually do. That's the whole purpose of a diet plan. You know what I mean? You know, maybe some other people do it like a different way. They probably just say, here's the list of foods, and then that's it. They don't give no explanation. But as much as you guys see me talk now, imagine as a coach, I'm gonna like give the full rundown. The person might be overloaded with information. I'm like, yo, this is this and blah blah, and then eat this for this, and but no, I mean, if they got questions, I have no problem answering them straight up. Because I wouldn't tell somebody to eat something for no reason. Just be like, oh, I think you should eat this. It might help you lose weight. Looking at it, it's like, no, I know exactly what to eat, what not to eat. You know, especially like when it comes to the way people eat, like in their regular life. I can try to like maybe acclimate it to things that cater towards their taste. But at the end of the day, there's probably gonna be some things that a person eats, and I'm just gonna be like, yo, just flat the fuck out. You gotta stop eating that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. But that's why, like, I wouldn't coach somebody for free necessarily, because it's like, if you could take it on as a coach for somebody, right? There's a big responsibility. A lot's expected of you. At the same time, as a lot is expected of the client. So it's like, I'm not gonna just be like, yo, do this and put all this work into it, and then they don't do it or they half-ass it. And it's like, yeah, thanks for the fucking free help, but then they don't do shit with it. So I always said this, and when I heard somebody say this too, I say this all the time. When people pay, they pay attention. See what I'm saying? Anything I've ever invested into, I'm like, okay, let me take this seriously because I'm spending my money. Whereas if someone's just giving you free advice and they're just telling you things that are actually golden gems, things that can change your whole life, you know, if it's just being given to you for free, a lot of times, man, people don't take that shit serious. They don't respect it. They don't appreciate it, you know? So, yep. But at the end of the day, it is a job, so it's not like I'm just charging just to make people pay attention. Like, I'm actually doing a legit thing, you know? So that's what it's about, man. But yeah, the diet plan will show you what to eat, and then I would fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks, man, because I don't want nobody out there just eating shit and not knowing why they're eating it. You know what I mean? Or at least throwing away stuff that they got at their house. You're like, wait, why am I getting rid of this? Like, no, I'm gonna tell you exactly why the fuck that shit is trash. Seriously, I've been seeing a lot of dudes leaving the gym because chicks keep coming to gym with those skin tight workout clothes. You said they leaving the gym? Why would they leave the gym? I probably would go more often. To be honest. That's funny though. They said, see, I don't know how they work out was like skinny clothing and sports balls and stuff. I'm just like, I'm going in with baggy sweatpants because I want to be comfortable. Yeah, exactly. And I think there's a couple things probably going on with it. You know, I'm just kind of guessing here. But I assume that a lot of women that go to the gym with these skin tight clothes on and the leggings and shit like that, I think a lot of them go for attention. You know what I mean? Like, they want to look good in the clothes they're wearing. You know, it fits them nicely. So I understand that. But at the same time, you know, you can't be surprised if people are going to look because you're basically putting yourself out there, accentuating your body with the clothes. It's different if we're wearing baggy shirt, baggy pants and shit like that. Then it's like, you know, what is there to look at? You know what I mean? Like, let's be real here. So that's why it's funny. I've seen videos online with girls getting offended and they recording dudes looking at them. It's like, bitch, you look what you wearing. You know what I mean? Like, what are you, stupid? It's like baiting. It's like, I'm going to wear basically nothing and then get mad when people look. It's like, that's just goofy, dumb shit. Yeah, now I've seen the videos, yep. Skinny clothes are so uncomfortable. I believe. I don't like them either. Yeah, because I think I saw somebody's video one time. They were like living in Japan or something like that. Or in China. I think it was Japan. And they were talking about how like or it might have been actually Korea. And they, hold on one sec. All right, anyway. Yeah, like in some of the countries, man, like the people all go to the gym in like just real comfortable ass clothes. Like that's only like maybe a Western thing where the women will go to the gym in like super skin tight clothes just to show off, you know. A lot of these people are caught up in the social media world now, so it's like they just want attention. You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to, at least in my mind. Let's see. Naira said, "Yeah, I hate tight clothes. Like they're so uncomfortable. I don't know where girls stuff work." Yep, yep. You saw one as yours and immediately went home. You saw a person with tight clothes and went home. See, like I wouldn't leave for that. That shit wouldn't even bother me, because they're doing their thing. I'm doing mine. You know. I'm not gonna ever let nobody who is doing something in the gym like stop me from working out. You know. Like unless they're using a machine or using equipment that I need to use, that's different. But like somebody wearing something in the gym, I'm never gonna trip off that. Like I could care less. I'm there to get some work done. You know what I mean? I'm not there to like sightsee or fucking, I don't know what else what else could you do at a gym? You know what I mean? Like you're there to work out, right? Isn't that the whole purpose? Shit, I don't pay a monthly membership to go there and just sit and look. I guess some people do though. Oh, let's see. But no, I'm definitely, because if I'm paying for it, man, I'm definitely gonna go. Like if I'm like I'm going to the gym today, only time I'll not go to the gym or like leave early is if the gym is just packed. Now that's something I don't like. When the gym is just overly filled with people, it's exciting a little bit for a while, but at some point I'm like, bro, I'm trying to like really fucking work out and there's too many damn people around. Every time I go to a machine or try to pick up something, man, it's somebody's already using it, and I gotta wait. Like, no, I'm good on that. I gotta wait 10 minutes to use something. Like, there's a line for this. It's like, what? What are you talking about? It's like 3 people ahead of me trying to wait to use the same bench or some shit. I'm like, nah, hell no, I'm going home. So to me, that defeats the purpose of being there, because it's like, bro, when you're in the gym, at least for me, I'm trying to get in and get it done, and then get out and go home. But then again, man, if you talk to me about like 3 or 4 years ago, I'd be in the gym for like 3 or 4 hours, for real, which is crazy. I wouldn't advise that. There's no need to be in the gym that long, to be honest. I would be having too much fun. Just fucking wearing myself out. Crazy. But I'm different, I guess. Let's see. Travis said, baggy clothes or form-fitting attire, I would say is better. I'm like, bro, you really come up here bearing everything practically and made ninjas. Oh, yeah, yep. Yep. People gonna be looking for sure. People without a shirt, like, dude, put a shirt on, this ain't your house. I guess, like I said, some people probably just like to show off, It never bothers me. I've seen dudes in the gym with no, like, I understand where people are coming from. You know what I mean? I just let people do what they want to do. As long as they ain't walking around naked, that would be kind of crazy. But if they want to wear, a muscle shirt, no shirt, because I'm not paying attention to it. Literally, like almost when I go to the gym, you can ask anybody that's at the gym with me. Of course, I'm gonna like look around and observe my surroundings. But for the most part, I'm like, I got blinders on. You know what I mean? I got headphones in my ear. I'm fucking working out. I really don't even like to talk while I'm at the gym. Typically when I go to the gym, it's fun to go with people, but I like to go by myself just so I can get in and get it done and get out. You know what I mean? Because I talk a lot already as it is, you guys can see. So, I get caught up talking more than I get, working out done. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in the gym and if I'm around people, especially if I run into people I know that's at the gym, a lot of times I end up talking more than I do working out. So, yeah. Let's see. Karen says nobody's looking at your OF gear. Yeah. A lot of them be doing that shit too. Like nowadays, it's still most women are not into that, but like there's a lot more than ever before, It's too common now. Nairo says some girls at the gym wear like these tight ass fucking pants and guys are looking like, what the hell? Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. It's just human nature. Avery said, I was talking about this other day with Orange Stream. Would you put sugar in your pasta? Yeah, that's a good question, right? Naira said, on this video, this girl went to the gym with only a bra on and tight ass pants. Like, bro, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. People be doing some weird shit. People be wearing weird shit too. You know what I mean? Just pushing the limits, I guess, or just trying to express themselves, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they be on. Me when I go to the gym, man, I might wear like a tight shirt to show off, but I'm not there like, I'm not gonna be wearing no like crazy shit. Like some people be wearing like Speedos, I guess, you know? Hold on one sec, y'all. All right, let's see. Trevor said because they accused of staring and posting online. Exactly. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Get accused of staring, which is stupid. Like I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, bitch, I was looking. Yep, sure in the fuck was. Cause look, if you're out in public or you're in a place with other people, right now, I'm not the kind of person where I'm gonna stare at somebody. But if I notice something, I'm gonna look and be like, oh, that's interesting. You know what I mean? But if I get caught looking one time and there's a video posted about it, I'm not gonna give a fuck. I'm not gonna care at all. I'm not gonna care, dude. That shit's so stupid. But then again, a lot of them girls be posting shit. They try to, garner attention and make it seem like something that it's not. But like I said, I wouldn't give a damn. It's like straight up. But I guess that's just me. Avery said to me, if you're wearing a tight outfit, I'm gonna look at your ass or your boobs. Now, see, I'm not gonna be like inspecting people, but if you're out there like dressed a certain way, people can't help but notice it. You know what I mean? Some people, I guess, are real like, what's the word? What is the word? I can't think of the word right now. But like, some people are, like, not modest. That's not the word I'm looking for. But they'll see somebody, dressed a certain way or like, kind of like, you know, they got something going on basically, and then they'll act like they're not looking because they don't like feel. I don't know what the fuck it is, but hey, man, if you're out there in the open and you're around people, and you're around me, and I see you wearing something, I'm definitely gonna look. I'm not gonna stare, but I'm gonna look. I'm not gonna be like, oh, don't look that way. That the girls stand over there with tight pants on. It's like, what the fuck? She's out here in the open. That's her deal. Anyway, let's see. Avery said, if someone's talking to me at the gym, I'm gonna ignore you. Damn. Well, I'll talk to folks at the gym. I'm not gonna ignore nobody, but I'll politely be like, yo, I need to get back to this. You know what I mean? But typically, I have a problem with that because I like to socialize with people. There's a lot of value to be had in having conversation with certain folks. You know what I mean? So sometimes I like doing that, just kind of chatting it up with the bros and whatnot, because you never know, you might learn something. Avery said my dad saw a girl with fur boots on, and my dad looked at me and said, "I would disown you if you ever wear that." Damn, for fur boots? I don't think they're that bad. Maybe he has his reasons though. Maybe he had some type of experience. Travis said, like how I like how people would sleep. Like you wouldn't tell like they have muscle. Like you couldn't be able to tell. You know what I mean? That they're actually built like in a very athletic way. Yeah, some people show it off. Some people are more modest about it. So your dad has a sleeper build, like he doesn't work out, but he's still buff naturally. Well, that's not a sleeper build, Avery. A sleeper build means like somebody who you look at them and you wouldn't think that. I don't think that really applies to that. Maybe in a way, I guess it could fit in a general term. But yeah. I mean, I don't know how buff he is. That could be wrong. Let's see. He said, I'm gonna look to not stare, but look. Yeah, exactly. I like those big fur boots chicks be wearing. Yeah. mean, sometimes they look nice. They look stylish. You know what I mean? You know, because sometimes clothes actually do make people more attractive. To be honest. If you're styling it properly, it is. Exactly. Yep. Dad bod. Now said I have fur boots. It's so cute. Avery said, "Oh well, I didn't know what a sleeper bill was." Yeah, I mean, it's probably on the Urban Dictionary. You can probably look it up. You know, you say he doesn't have a dad bod. Really? But what, didn't you say he's overweight though? You said you called your dad obese. Who knows? Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm tripping. I thought I was supposed to talk to him. It took me a second to realize what the hell was going on. Bro, it's been so long since I played this shit. I feel like way out of touch with this game. Like I remember when I was playing shit every day, I'd just be picking it up and just going to town, getting after it, and it's like, bro. Especially with me talking so much during the stream, man, taking the breaks. The flow is way off, man. I feel like I'm playing this game down there for the first time again. It's crazy. Dude, he's got all defense. Y'all seeing this? I'm smacking the hell out of him. His health barely moved. Yo, welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. How was the session? How was the shift? Come on, man. He's over. It's over. Bitch. Alright, so for this, what's the stuff called? The hemp cloth. I'm not going to really go searching for that, to be honest, because that's just like, that's too much playing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the tournament. We're going to knock that out, but I'm going to go as Yasuke, okay? Because now, you know, I could possibly make it work with her. You know, I believe I could. But it's going to be a tough time, and it's definitely not going to be fun. So let's just use Yasuke for this shit right here, man, and head on that way. Let's go. Let's go with Yasuke. Come on. Let's get it. Avery said, autocorrect be wanting me to fight. We want to fight you. Now say, Oren, you are Big Feet. Possibly. Yeah, possibly. Let's see. Avery said, Orange Bigfoot. I'm taking a picture with him and sell. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I wonder how much money folks will get. Like, yo, I found him. Of course, they wouldn't believe it, but yeah. Maybe he can come with a good enough story. You know? Like, I'm telling you, man, I saw him walk through portals and shit. He just appeared out of nowhere. And he was speaking a language that I've never heard before. They're like, well, maybe he's an alien. Maybe not Bigfoot, but maybe he's an alien. Let's see, Trevor said, Ellie recently on Last was, I'm going to be dad, potato face ass. Wait, she said that? Are you being for real? Like, you talking about the show? The Last of Us show? See, they doing all type of weird shit with that game, man. Like, okay, it's one thing to do a show from, like, a game, like a film adaptation. I have no issue with that if it's done right. You see, but, you know, I've heard quite a bit online, and even I haven't watched the show, so I can't really speak on this like that. But I do think they chose an interesting person to play Ellie. Like, I'm pretty sure they would have had other people that could act better and look more like Ellie. This girl looks nothing like Ellie. Like, what the fuck? At least the dude that played Joel, he looks more like Joel, right? Than most of the other characters look like that person. Most of the other actors look like the person that they're playing, you know? Now it's gonna sell on eBay. Oh, he has a dad bod? Okay. You say your grandpa has one too? Let's see. Every time I call Buddy Grandma first, so she's mine. Oh, here y'all go in the chat. Anyway, Bella Ramsey, isn't it? Oh, that's her name, Bella Ramsey. That's crazy. You said she's gonna be dad. She said that, like she's gonna be a father or something. There goes that agenda programming, man. That's crazy. I know y'all joking, Naira. I know y'all joking. Y'all just be loving to do that. You said that is what she said? What, like in a recent episode? See, I haven't seen that show at all. But that's the, man, I try not to use certain words because certain words get you flagged on here. But I'll say that's uh blank hard blank ed. Okay, that's just that's some goofy ass shit. Like straight up. Like first of all, no woman can be a dad. You could possibly play the role of a dad, but not even fully. You know what I mean? Like that's just totally different thing. Um, people cannot be what they're not. You see what I'm saying? But for a fucking TV show to do that, like that's all on purpose. That's an agenda program, man. That's that woke agenda bullshit. You know what I mean? Honestly, too, like they got it to now where they get big people to do certain roles. They get big people to model. They get unattractive people to play certain roles in movies. And it's like, I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, everyone in Hollywood has to be good looking and be skinny. But like some of the shit, it seems really backwards. Like you see it and you're like, makes you scratch your head. Like, why they do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why they switching characters' races for what? What purpose? Like when they had Black Ariel, what was his name? Halle Bailey, some shit. She was playing Ariel for Little Mermaid. I never saw that movie, and I don't care, but it is a little odd. That's like, imagine if they took a black character from comic books or like video games, something like that, and they made him white. Think about the same thing, but in reverse. If they took Blade, y'all remember Blade? You know, the black vampire, you know what I'm saying? The day walker. Dude, like a damn near, not even like a samurai or ninja assassin. He's like both combined. Badass character, like super badass character, black dude. What if they made him white? What if they just had a white Blade all of a sudden? You think that's acceptable? You see my point? Right? Am I right? Oh, about Blade? Exactly. My lady think the same way. Yeah, it's like they got these characters that are playing, traditionally white characters or other races of characters, and they switch the race. And it's like there's plenty of people out there that know how to act and are good at their job that they could get to fit the character description. Like I personally don't care, but I do find it weird. You know what I mean? Because I don't watch The Little Mermaid. I don't give a fuck about that movie, so that's why I don't care. But the same argument can be said same way in reverse. You take a traditionally black character, video game character, comic book character, whatever the fuck, and then make them white or Hispanic or Asian, and it would make people be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I bet people would be offended then. You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy. Anyway, let's see. Trav said, "Be a dad." Yeah, I fucked up that up. No, I got you. That's still goofy though. That's still goofy. Oh yeah, even like a white Black Panther. Exactly. Like what the fuck? That would be crazy. Like, you know what I mean? People would get mad at that. But then whenever they have a black show character, right? Then it's kind of like, yo, accept it. Like if you don't accept it, then you're being intolerant. You're being a bigot. You're being prejudiced. You're being all this other shit. You know what I mean? All this ist. You being this and that. This is ism. You know what I mean? It's like, actually, no, the fuck is not. Like, not really. You know what I'm saying? Not at all, really, if you think about it. Now, some people might feel that way because of that position they have, but I'm half black, and I look at it like it's stupid. And even my lady, well, she believes she's full black. I'm sure she got some other stuff mixed in her because she's not as dark as Yasuke right here. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's not like fully dark black like this is mixed with something, straight up. But anyway, but no, I mean, she's darker than me, and she feels the exact same way. It's like, it's weird. You know? Two perfect examples. Blade, Black Panther. Take them characters and flip it. Make a white person them. Make a white man them. People would lose their mind. Let's see. What the fuck? Avery says shows her face and shit and locks her in the basement. Y'all funny as hell. You and I are. Well, looks like y'all having fun with that. Sure, said Professor Snape is black in the new Harry. See what I'm saying? Like that's goofy to me, bruh. Like, yeah, of course, there's black British people. Of course, there's black people on every part of the planet. I'm sure. Maybe not in Antarctica. I don't know. But there's even black folks in Russia. Okay, so I'm not surprised that there would be a black character in Harry Potter. But to take a character that's always been white for movies upon movies, what they have like 7 fucking movies, 8 movies. Then they split the last book into 2 separate movies. So they had 8 different movies over the course of like what? Like almost, what was it, like 12 years? Something like that? Because the first Harry Potter movie came out when I was like 10 or 11 years old. And then the last one was, I was already out of high school. So yeah, I went from elementary to college by the time they finished the entire Harry Potter series, like the main line, right? And then they come out later and have a black Professor Snape. That's dumb. That's so stupid. That's so fucking dumb. Like, if you're gonna do that, just make a brand new character and make him black. That would make more sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the dude that played in Star Wars, in the more recent ones, the more modern Star Wars movies, what's his name? John Boyega or something like that? I forgot his name. But the black dude that plays alongside of the female Jedi. You know, I had no issue with that because he's a brand new character, never before seen. I would never have an issue with a black person in a movie regardless. Like, that's just dumb in of itself. But when you take a character that's always been a certain race, it don't matter that they're white or anything, and make them something else. That to me is weird. Like, just don't do that. Just don't do that. You know what I mean? It fucks with the whole canon. It fucks with the whole, idea of the character. You know what I mean? And then you start to create drama and like static. You create tension and like just you form a point of contention between people. Because when you have a character that exists one way and you do some shit like that, now you got people getting mad, you got people debating over it, then you got people getting into it because they're like, oh, well, you got a problem with it because they black, or you got a problem with it because they this or that. It's like, no, I got a problem with it because they changed the character I liked to be something else. I don't remember him as this way. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if they took Miles Morales and made him Asian. You know what I mean? Be Peter Parker, he's white, and then Miles Morales, all of a sudden, now he's Asian. People would be like, well, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not the only one that thinks this way. It's just unnecessary. You said Hermione's supposed to be black too? Yeah. Well, look, if they did a Harry Potter series with all black cast, that's acceptable to me. You know what I'm saying? Just do like, I guess what, the black version of Harry Potter, if they want to do it like that. Now that would feel like unnecessary as well. You know, we don't necessarily have to have a black version of everything out there, but that would make more sense to me instead of just taking like key characters in a series and just changing their race and ethnicity, like just like that. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, Boy loves Blade. That's what's up. Yeah, Blade is dope. I think Blade is hella cool. Matter of fact, I can't wait to see the reboot of the movies, man. I don't know how many they're going to do, but they apparently are bringing back Blade. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I would like to see Wesley Snipes play him. They're apparently supposed to be getting somebody else, but man, if Wesley Snipes came back as Blade, bro, that would be fucking dope. That would be hella cool. Let's see. Avery's funny. Okay, we're caught up. They just going back and forth. All right, y'all, let's do a tournament, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on, man. I got a slow ass weapon here. Damn, bro. Can I get a chance to strike? Look at this shit. He's constantly attacking me. So dumbass back. Oh shit. Okay. Time to lock in, folks. That's something I haven't said in a while. We gotta lock the hell in. Slam that bitch down to the ground. Come on. There's only 2 dudes. That was easy. We got like, what, 2 more rounds, I think? Oh, no, we got to do 4 rounds. Interesting. Okay. Let's keep it going. Bro, these dudes are just relentless. Look at this. Why am I not parrying though? I'm hitting the button at the same time and shit. Alright, get your ass back. Oh shit, I hate that. Come on. That photo mode, me accidentally pressing the photo mode thing is the equivalent of accidentally hitting the binoculars in Days Gone. It's like the same type of bullshit. Except for, to be honest, in Days Gone, when you hit the binoculars, man, like you're in the middle of gameplay, especially if you're being chased by some zombies or something like that. Damn. Knock the hell out. Knock that shit out the park. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, if that shit happens in Days Gone, especially with that zombie horde assault mode, right? It can fuck everything up. Like you're gonna be like looking, it's all zoomed in like that, except for in first person. Can't really move fast. You can't do shit, and the zombie's gonna be smacking the hell out of you, smacking you all in the back of the head and shit. All right, round 3. Here we go. All right, let me swap this. Oh, he tried to heal. Look at that. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, it's over. Oh, he's like a boss. I just noticed that. Easy, man. Too easy. Too easy, too easy. Didn't I take out 3 dudes? Yeah, here we go. Pick up them items. Let's see. We'll catch up with the chat. Trevor says South of Midnight, the main character was originally white, but Sweet Baby. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. See, because I saw her, you know, being black, obviously. I didn't trip off it. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That's cool, you know what I mean? Because there's not too many black main characters in video games. Like Yasuke, he's one of the few, right? And there are some out there, but it's not too common, you know? And it really don't matter to me. When I play a game, I'm not like, oh, the character's not black. Come on, man. I'm not buying this. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? As long as the game is fun, I don't care who the character is or what they look like. But, you know, yeah, I didn't have an issue with it. Obviously, South of Midnight, I thought that was kind of cool. They had a black main character, but I didn't know that she was supposed to be white. That's crazy. Yeah, see, Sweet Baby Inc., man, they go into these games and they do all type of shit. And at least on that front, that particular change doesn't bother me. You know, because it's not like we understood the game to be one way and then they did like a remastered version of the game and then all of a sudden switch her to be black. That would have been crazy. That would be crazy as fuck. But since the game didn't exist, you know, before release, as far as like anybody actually able to play it and enjoy it the way it was, then, you know, all we know is the main character is black. And that to me is okay. But like, yeah, Sweet Baby Inc., man, they've done other shit in games that are like actually bad. That the changing of the race of the main character in that game really I don't think that's a big deal. But yeah, they've done that kind of shit or stuff stuff that's actually dumb and like detrimental to the game, to the success of the game. Just because, you know, it's all political bullshit. They're just trying to do stuff, dumb agenda-based stuff. Let's see. Do a face reveal. Who you talking about? Me? The hair? You talking about me? But I said, Oren, I feel the same way. I couldn't say it better. Oh, well, thank you. I just try to like put stuff in like a very common sense way. I mean, y'all can call me Captain Obvious because I say shit. Like, I just state the obvious. I'm like, yo, like, and of course there's going to be people that disagree with me. Like, of course, people think differently than me because if they didn't, you know, or excuse me, if they thought exactly the way I do, then a lot of this shit wouldn't be happening. You know what I mean? Like, if we all thought, like, in a common sense way, then a lot of this weird shit that's happening now, not just in games, but in everything, in the world, in general, it wouldn't be happening. But there's some people out there that are just stupid and crazy. You know what I mean? Or they're misinformed or ill-informed or they're just ignorant. You know, a lot of different reasons to why people have a certain perspective. Let's see. I said I was keeping up with the Blade films. Apparently, that movie was focused on more on his daughter, and he's more of a secondary character at the time. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't know much about the new ones, or whatever they're gonna do going forward. That's interesting though. Every so I ask him, some people like social media like that. Oh, she's talking about her boyfriend. I mean, hey, if he don't want to come online, he don't have to. That's his prerogative, That's between you and him, I guess. I was like, put him online. Then you say your pinky's bruised internally. You hit the ball wrong. Ouch. Yeah, you might want to like wrap it up or something. You know what I mean? Put some ice on it. Get the swelling down because I'm sure it's swollen. Now, I said I had 15 water bottles today. Well, look, be careful drinking, and I'm going to say this to everybody. Be careful drinking water out of bottles. Like if we lived in Mexico or something like that, or lived in an area of America where the water isn't that good, then okay, drink the bottled water. But like in tap water really isn't that good for you either, just because of all the shit that be in it. But just be careful with the bottled water because a lot of that plastic and stuff leaches off into the water. You know what I mean? And you're just accumulating microplastics. I know some people don't care about that, but I'm just bringing it to your attention. You know what I mean? Just be aware of it. And microplastics do a lot of harm in the body. Messing with your endocrine system, I'm sure it does some other things too. Maybe your circulatory system, stuff like that. Maybe said she was trying overhand serving and fucked her hand up, man. Yep. Now you're eating hot chips. What kind? You got hot fries, red hot riblets, hot Cheetos, hot corn. What you got? I've eaten all of those. Hot fries are by far my favorite, though. Man, you know what? I'm getting hot fries for my birthday this year, y'all. I'm getting hot fries this year. I have not had hot fries in, man, it might be over a year. Damn, bro. And I'm not like perfect with this, but I'm one of those kind of people where, like some foods, man, like in my mind, once I frame them in my mind a certain way, I just don't eat them no more. You know what I'm saying? But hot fries are something that's like my guilty pleasure. So I'm gonna have to get some this year. I'm gonna have to. But let me give you one example of something I just don't fucking touch for any reason whatsoever. And every now and then I get tempted to because the idea of it seems nice as far as like what I remember from it, as far as how I enjoyed it. But when I think back to like what I know of it to be true, it makes me not eat it at all. Can anyone guess what that would be? If y'all could guess like one food or one thing, y'all can ask for a hint if you want. If you want me to give you a hint, but I'm curious to see if somebody gets it right off the bat. I've talked about it before, but there's just something in particular I just would never eat, and if I ever eat it again, man, I can't even imagine when it'll be. I can't even imagine. Wow, damn, Avery got it. That was fast. Look at you. Either you got good memory or you're just good at guessing. That's what's up, though. Yep, McDonald's. Travis said it was a part of the leaks that happened a few months back. Oh, okay. From Insomniac. Yeah, because aren't they making the Blade game too? Insomniac. Somebody said, "My God, I've missed this game with all of us here." It's been a while, huh? It's been almost a month since I last played this. Okay, it just hurts the pinky. Well, it'll heal. You know what I'm saying? Just don't strain it. Don't make it worse. Your water bottle. Oh, like you got a thing that you refill water with? Okay. Yeah, just try to avoid plastic bottles if you can. Because you never know how they were stored. They could have been stored in the heat, especially with the weather changes and getting warmer outside. They could be stored in the heat. The plastic's kind of like warming up and it's leaching off into the water and shit. It's just not good. Nair said, I fell today and hit my head and my arm's bleeding. Damn. Well, you alright now, though? Hit your head and your arm. Yeah, you gotta be careful. It sounds like you must have been running around or something. Yeah, just take your time. Have fun, but take your time. You know what I mean? Be careful. You want to be sustained no injuries. Ever since my dad enjoys just hitting me with the volleyball, like throw it at my head whenever I'm being disrespectful. No, that's actually funny. That's pretty funny. But yeah, McDonald's, man, I can't eat it now. The fries taste good, although one thing that made me kind of real, uh, what's the word, like suspicious of them back in the day. This was back when I was was I in high school? I might have either been in like my senior year of high school or I had already graduated. But this was like a long time ago. This was before I even knew how bad McDonald's was. Travis, you might have been with me this one day, but we were going somewhere. I'm pretty sure you was with me that day, but you probably don't remember this moment. But like we were going somewhere, and there's a McDonald's that was in our neighborhood, and so we walk everywhere because we have cars, and we stopped at the McDonald's. I bought some fries. Okay, that's all I got from there. I bought some fries, and that was it. Then again, I might have got like a burger or something too. I don't remember. But I know for a fact that I got the fries because it stands out in my memory so strong. I remember it's like it was yesterday. I got the fries. I got a soda. I think it was a Sprite, okay? I had the fries. I had the Sprite. And I drank some of the Sprite. No problem. I ate the fries. And I've always known how Sprite tastes. Now, this is back when I still used to drink soda. I don't drink that shit no more. But I've always known how Sprite tastes, right? Everyone knows how Sprite tastes if you had it before. I ate some of the fries and then took a drink of the Sprite after that, and the taste was like bitter. Like the Sprite tasted bitter to me. And I said, like, what the fuck? Like, why me eating these fries made the fucking soda taste bad? Like, I was blown away by that. I'm like, that's really weird to me. And right then and there, I knew something was up. Like, that's not normal. I've never eaten like food, like just regular, like whole food, like normal food that's not filled with a bunch of pollution and chemicals and bullshit, and then drink something that changed the way something tastes like that dramatically. So I thought that was strange. And then just maybe a few years later, I found out like, oh, there's like a bunch of ingredients that are in our fries here, in the McDonald's fries here in America that are not in other fries in other countries from the same exact franchise, the same exact company, right? McDonald's, you go to McDonald's in Korea or wherever the fuck, the food is actually more closer to what like real food would be. But we got a whole bunch of bullshit in our food here. Ain't that something? And then then it wasn't too long after that where I saw, they had pictures of McDonald's that they put like in a jar and it stayed looking exactly the same for years and years and years. Or somebody who even left it in the same bag and like put it in a closet or some shit. Same thing. The shit barely broke down. Like it didn't decay. It didn't do like normal food would. It damn near stayed looking the same. It's like, yo, that's not good. You got people eating McDonald's every day. Some people love the hell out of McDonald's, boy, they're addicted to it, and that's for good reason because they got shit in it. I shouldn't even say for good reason, but it makes sense. It's for a reason why they're addicted to it. Like, I will admit, McDonald's tastes good. In general, it does. In essence, it definitely tastes good, but is it good for you? Fuck no. Not at all. And it's way different than how it was back in the day, because back in the day, they used to fry the stuff in beef tallow. The burgers were actually like real and legit. But since they got bigger, more mass-produced, and then all these different laws came into effect where they could actually have bullshit in the food, and, it's created a problem. Now these companies get away with like selling us like 50% food, 50% chemicals. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but it's bad. It's pretty bad. Dara says she hates McDonald's, loves Wingstop. I mean, neither one of them is good for you. Any fast food is not good. You know what I'm saying? Although there might be some fast food places that are like healthier than those, but like, nah. Because they gotta, like I said, they gotta mass produce it, they gotta store it. It has to have a certain amount of shelf life. You know what I mean? They have to make it taste good to have you keep on coming back. It's all just engineering, you know what I mean? That's what it is. Literal physical engineering and social engineering, all that type of stuff. The way they market it, the shit they put in it to make it, taste a certain way to fire off your brain chemicals and make you want to crave it and shit. This is real stuff. This is real stuff, folks. This is real stuff. This kind of shit that really be going on. Chelsea, I'm not sure. I think it was the Wolverine game they were working on. Yeah, but also, I don't know if it's Insomniac, but there is some company out there. I don't know who it is. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But there is a Blade game that's in the works right now. But yeah, Wolverine, man, that game leaked so bad. the whole damn storyline of the game leaked online. Some of the gameplay, you know what I mean? I actually saw the gameplay. It actually kind of looks like God of War a little bit. But I'm sure it'll be fun because Spider-Man 2 is amazing. Insomniac knows what they're doing when it comes to making video games. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is amazing. So yeah, I have high hopes for Wolverine, but it was supposed to come out this year. Like, what the fuck? I don't know what happened with that. I don't know what happened with that. Ever said I like fast food? Some fast food, others make me very sick. Like I have stomach issues. McDonald's makes me sick to my stomach. Ever said not the breakfast, I eat the hash browns. I mean, yeah, it all tastes good. I would listen. If McDonald's wasn't as bad as it is, I'd be eating it right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not literally in this moment, but yeah, I would have no issue going to get some. But knowing what's in it and all that type of shit, no, I'm good. Because I'd rather have like something that's more legit. You know, I'll eat like Rallies or Checkers before I eat that. Or Hardee's, Carl's Jr.'s, they call it, some other places. I'll eat that shit before I eat McDonald's. And even that stuff ain't good. The eggs make you suspicious. Yeah, yeah, because you never get like a whole egg. You always get like an egg patty. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? I love hash browns. Yeah, if you love hash browns, you love eggs, all that type of stuff, burgers and all that, just make them at home. Or get them from like an actually good quality restaurant. But nowadays, it's actually cheaper to buy these things from a grocery store and just make them yourself. Hash browns are really easy to make, you know, all that stuff. So I only eat the hash browns, but I'm learning how to make it at home. See, there you go, exactly. Donald Trump, what about Donald Trump? Oh yeah, he eats McDonald's, doesn't he? Yeah, see, I don't get that. Like, I like Donald Trump personally, and I have no problem saying it either. Like, I don't give a fuck who doesn't like that I say that. I like Donald Trump, straight up. I'm not shy about that. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to eat McDonald's, especially at his age, dog. Like, what the fuck? Come on, Donald, dog, don't be eating that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not good. Who knows? Maybe he gets it imported from Korea or something. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. He probably gets it from down the street, wherever. But yeah, McDonald's is not good. You said that dude loves McDonald's, yeah. I wonder what he eats on a regular basis, though, because I'm pretty sure he can't just eat that every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure. He said, yeah, he did the fries. Am I eating the fries? Dyer said, yeah, I seen that. Travis said, now that I think about it, he might like it just because it has down in it. Yeah. Yo, I didn't even think about that. That's hella funny. He's like, hey, we got the same name, McDonald's. That's too fucking funny. Hey, that could be true. That could be true. He would say, how dare you have an opinion on a political topic? I know, right? How controversial am I? Especially nowadays, man. A lot of people afraid to talk about that kind of shit. Like, you know, I'm not shy or afraid about it because, you know, I know what's up. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't know what I was talking about or didn't know what was going on, I would just keep my mouth quiet. You know what I'm saying? But the people that don't like Donald Trump, if they don't like him because of things that are practical, okay, that's one thing. We can have a debate about that. But when they talk about like him as a person and shit, I'm like, bro, listen, as long as he's a good president and he does a good job and makes the country better, I don't give a fuck what he does outside. I'm pretty sure he's not doing shit like a lot of these weird ass Hollywood people be doing. You know, look at people like Jeffrey Epstein, all these other people like that, man. Them people was actually doing some very very foul, dark shit. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not gonna get off into all that right now. You know, as far as I know, he ain't one of them kind of people. And let's hope that's the case all the way, because we're never gonna fully know everything about a person. But I will say this, folks. The way they dug up this man's ass when he was running for president for the second time and even the first time, I'm pretty sure there was something to find. We would know it by now. Okay? He's been one of the most fucking inspected fucking, what's the word? There's other words I could use for that. But they basically like bent up his tail and around the corner to try to find some type of dirt on him. You know what I mean? They did not want that dude to be president, not even the first time. So, yeah, I'm sure if there was something like crazy to find out about him, we would know that by now. Straight up. But anyway, give me a second, I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm back, folks. Let's see. What y'all talking about? Nair says, your name Google because you're all I've been searching for. Where you get that from? ChatGPT? You like, yo, ChatGPT, give me some pickup lines. What would be some good riz? That's funny, though. How's your riz? I mean, it was clever. But is your name Google because you're all I've been searching for? I mean, I think it could be said maybe differently, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. You said I should get a 10. You roach. Like I said, your riz is dope. Put your Discord in chat. Okay, yeah. I keep forgetting about this stuff, man. See, I be forgetting about this stuff. I see y'all just join the stream, man. We got about 11 folks up in here, you know what I mean? Appreciate y'all for being here, man. Just hit that like button on the win for me, though. On the show, and subscribe to the channel as well. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already, okay? I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all being here. Straight up. All right, cool. We got that out the way. Oh, we got to do Discord too. Okay, my bad. I'm tripping. Oh, shit. Forgot all about that. Just that fast, too. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, come on. All right, bitch. Like, we ain't finna have this. We finna get these two up out here fast. He's dead. He's dead. Wow, he survived that? That's crazy. He ain't gonna survive this though. Bitch. Goodbye. Goodbye. Show's over, man. Show's over. Look, everybody leaving too. They say, damn. They say, God dang. God dang. You know, just like that. Trevor said, can I buy you a drink? I'd like to see how good you are swallowing. Damn. Well, I mean, that works. That works too. Hell no. Hell no. Like a radioactive rat? Radioactive? I don't know what y'all talking about. Radioactive rat? Oh, you saying you're a radioactive rat? Oh, Nair. He said Nair is a rat. A radioactive rat. Damn. Good Lord. Y'all funny as hell. But yeah, how long we been here? How long has it been, folks? I know it ain't been no hour. How long we been live for? Almost 3 hours. That's almost as long as my music stream today. Actually, they're both around the exact same time. It's kind of crazy. Let me see. Let me see, man, because I think on that note, it's time to go. I think it's time to go, man. After wrap up that little tournament, though. Because what's it called? The other fucking mission, I don't know how to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Dude, that's crazy. If I ended like right now, this stream would be exactly as long as the music stream I did today. That's crazy. That's hell. That's actually, that trips me out a little bit. That really trips me out. It would have been at the exact, if I had ended it right when I said I was about to, like I just like, bye y'all, peace, and didn't say no outro or nothing like that, just clicked end stream, that shit would have been exactly the same length as my music stream for earlier today. That's crazy as a mug. That's crazy as a mug. But look, if y'all ain't over, if y'all ain't through with the night, all right, we might come back with a different game if y'all want me to. We might do that, you know. 'Cause I really don't feel like going to all these different places on the map and shit, at least not right now. Maybe another day, maybe another time. You know what I mean? But on that note, like I said, yo, it's time to go, time to end the show. Y'all already know, man. But if y'all want me to come back, though, then I might be able to do so. Might be able to make it happen. All right? But yeah, do me one last favor before we get up out of here and hit the like button on the way out. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. Okay, most of y'all are subscribed. But, for those of you who aren't, definitely hit the button, man. Help a brother out. It makes a big difference. Liking the video does too. So I appreciate you. Each and every one of y'all, even the ones sitting way in the damn back of the chat, not typing nothing, man. Y'all just be back there just sitting, just chilling, just listen to me talk, just be sitting back and like, oh, this is nice. Say hi in the chat, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, ain't no big thing. Yeah, say hi in the chat. I don't know why some of y'all don't do that, but yeah, anyway. Come back. Yeah, okay. I'll come back with another game. We might do that. I have no problem with that. Let's see. I'll give y'all the option though, man. Y'all, what game y'all want to come back with? Something we can do. Days Gone. We can do Ape Escape. We can do. Let me see. Let me see what we got here. What's installed on the system here? Damn, I got rid of hella shit. Yeah, because Assassin's Creed, boy, this game take up like 100 plus gigs. Let me see. This is a big ass game. Yeah, 105 gigs. Days Gone takes up like 36, which is not a lot when you think about it, but like I got a lot of stuff in my media gallery that I got to get rid of. So, yeah, we can come back with one of those two or something else. I'll leave it up to y'all. Yeah, what would y'all rather see? 1, 2, or 3? Put a 1 in the chat for Days Gone, 2 in the chat for Ape Escape, 3 in the chat for something different. Y'all let me know before we go. Thank you, Travis. He said W stream. Thank you, man. Thank you. WWT. Avery said, yep. But he said, till next time, Avery and I are in Haven. Yeah, we'll be back, though. Let's see. We'll take a vote on it. Travis said, "Did you see they had the Warriors?" I think I did. They got that in the store. I think I saw. Yeah, I think I saw that. Avery said one. Wait, said three. Travis said three. Okay, so Avery, of course, wants to see days going so she can see shirtless Deacon, which is hilarious. But it looks like if nobody else chimes in, looks like the tie has been not going to be broken. Bunny and Travis got it. Yep, Avery is a fast typer. But in this case, we took a vote on it. So we're going to come back with something different then. Looks like that's what y'all want to see. So yeah, Days Gone will have to wait another day. Okay. But on that note, y'all, like I said, I hope you all, even the ones in the back of chat, right? Because some of y'all just be sitting way in the damn back not type nothing, man. But it's all good because I include y'all in this too. So I hope you all do have a great rest of your morning, evening, noon, or night, y'all once again. Until next time, y'all. Peace out.